Hey, what is going on, guys? It's the SS Ultimate Goku back with another video, and today I'm gonna be talking about some weird shit going on right now in, I guess, professional wrestling, but real life shit involving a professional wrestler, a former professional wrestler, and that is one Marty Jannetty. Now, not many of you might know who Mr. Marty Jannetty is, but as a diehard wrestling fan, I do know who he is. Marty Jannetty was one half of the Rockers tag team. Unfortunately, never won a tag team title in the WWE. They did win tag team titles elsewhere, but not in the WWE. They technically did win it, but they basically voided the victory because the ring collapsed. Even though the ring has collapsed multiple times in the WWE before and after this incident, but nonetheless, because of that, they vacated the titles and gave it back to the Hart Foundation. Marty Jannetty was one half of the Rockers with Shawn Michaels, who would become a future main eventer. This is before he was a main eventer. And was just a tag team guy. So Marty Jannetty, a lot of people knew him for the Rockers. He did win the Intercontinental title once for a few days, but that was about it. Marty Jannetty was fired from the WWE about 4 times. He didn't really have that great of a career outside the tag team with Shawn Michaels. But getting to the issue of why we are talking about Marty Jannetty, who is 60 years old now, has made a life-altering confession that he killed somebody at the age of 13. Yes, back when he was 13 years old, a minor. Okay, he's 60 now, keep in mind. He is admitting to killing someone. However, he has proclaimed it is in self-defense when he did this at the age of 13. Now, I have the whole contents right here. This has been a very hot topic. The police are now investigating whether or not this is true. Because as you all know, there's no limit on murder. Statutory of limitations does not run out when it comes to murder. Now, Marty Jannetty has proclaimed it was in self-defense. And, again, this could be true, or this could be Marty Jannetty covering the fact that he's admitting to this, but also not admitting the full truth that, yes, this was murder. Again, this was back when he was 13, and again, he's 60 years old right now. So, that, I don't even want to, that I'm not going to even think about how long ago that would have been, but obviously a long time ago. So here is what he says. He says it on Facebook. Now, Marty Jannetty has gone through a lot of crap. There's been a lot of issues with him. Like I said, he was fired like a record 4 times with WWE. I think he's been fired the most times with WWE. More than the Ultimate Warrior got. But Ultimate Warrior was a star. Marty Jannetty really was not. Okay. So, here's what he says on Facebook, and quote, "I never told no one this, even my brother Gino, 'cause Gino would have killed him, and I didn't want my brother gone. Hell, he only recently came home from Vietnamese, or something like that. I was 13 working at Victory Lane's bowling alley, buying weed from," he blanks this out, that F blank that worked there, and he put his hand on me. He dragged me around to the back of the building. You already know what he was going to do. That was the very first time I made a man disappear. They never found him. They shouldn't have looked they should have looked in, I don't know how to pronounce this city, or actually no, I don't know if it's CH River. I'm just gonna call it. It's a river. But whining the girl in the picture, I like you so damn much, probably my favorite, but I promised myself way back then nobody would ever hurt me again. That includes you. I love you, but you hurt me with your FU Jamaican jealousy. You can go own ways. Your own way. I don't need you. End quote. That's basically what he said. I'm probably said that wrong. Some of these words wrong. I'm assuming all these are names. But I don't know. Like, he's claiming that he was going to be assaulted, I guess, and because of this, because he was going to be assaulted, I'm not going to say the other thing, but you know what I'm talking about, that he had to basically kill this person in self-defense. That is what he's saying here. Now, actually, they actually told me the year that this would have happened. So, by the way, Jannetty is 60 years old, so this allegational incident would have taken place around 1973. So, around 1973. The Columbus Police Department in Georgia, so I guess there's a Colombian in Georgia, tells us straight up, we are going to look into this. Which they can, because again, there's no statutory limitations on murder if he did in fact murder someone. It's really interesting to note here because I'm really curious to what happened here, because I mean, he's admitting to a serious thing here that he did. Potentially did. Now, we don't know if he's telling the truth. You know, he drinks a lot. You know, maybe his memory is all screwed up. You know, the alcohol and stuff like that. He's taking a lot of drugs. Could have CTE. You know, a lot of wrestlers get them. You know, towards their later years. We're seeing that with football players and whatnot. You know, especially the old wrestlers. It's being a lot better now because a lot of people are evaluating wrestlers and football players, but for these older wrestlers, it might still be around there. So I don't know. I don't know what to believe with this one. Again, he could be just I don't know why he's admitting it, unless he's doing this for publicity. That they can't prove it, so he's doing this for publicity, because I know I wouldn't be talking about Marty Jannetty right now if it hadn't been for this news article. Marty Jannetty has been reached out to several times, but he haven't heard back. The Facebook post has since been removed from his page, which is quite interesting. He removed it from his page now, but it's out there because everyone has read it and everyone has screen capped it. So it's out there. So if this was for publicity, he got his publicity on it. I don't know what to make of this. I don't know. Like, we've been in situations like this, but we never had someone openly admit to killing someone. I mean, we know Jimmy Snookum. We know that there's a possibility of him murdering someone. It was never proven because obviously, he had issues. I think he had stomach cancer. He was not able to, open in his defense. in his own defense, and he died about a month after they said he was not fit to stand trial. So with Jimmy Snukum, it's, you know, it was out there, it was hidden for 30 years. We don't really know what happened. You know, that was a tough situation because a lot of stuff was destroyed in evidence. But with this case, with Marty Jannetty, I mean, he's openly admitting something that was never investigated. Or if it was investigated, no one suspected him to have been the perpetrator. If it ever was investigated, I don't think he... I mean, he mentions a couple of people, but I don't know who he's referring to. I don't know who he's referring to. I mean, this could have been a love interest gone bad, since they mentioned a girl here as well. And that could have led to this whole, you know, killing. I don't know. But it's quite interesting to see where this is going to go, because no one, I think, was ever investigating him for murder or trying to pursue it. It wasn't like Jimmy Snukum, where they were like, you know, people that were, you know, harping on it for a long time, and it just kind of died out, and then it just kind of rised back up in the social media era. You know, it wasn't like a situation like this. This is something that he openly admitted on Facebook. So I don't know what his end game was. I don't know if this was just a made-up story for him to get publicity off of, or if this actually was a real thing and this happened. And if it did really happen, it needs to be investigated. They need to find out if he did actually murder somebody, or if this was in fact the way he says it was, that it was self-defense. This needs to be investigated. I don't know who the parties are involved or what happened. For all we know, this bowling alley, I don't know if this bowling alley is still in existence, but they need to investigate that as well too. Because it seems like it was at the bowling alley, when you're outside the bowling alley where this took place. Needs to be investigated, guys. Something needs to come out of this. But let me know what you guys think. What do you guys think about this weird news? I mean, I just think this is just weird thinking about it. But what do you guys think? Where do you guys stand on this? Let me know what you guys think. Comment, rate. I have my description, my Discord link in the description. Make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell for all the latest content. I also do have a Patreon. For $1, you can have your username displayed at the end of each of my videos. I'm not sure about any other prizes right now at this time for any like tier prices, but that's right now what we're looking at right now. But let me know what you guys think. I'm out of here. I'm the SS Ultimate Goku, and I'm out of here. Peace.